This original Pet Ambassador of Peace, giving you peace, my people in Karamoja. Get it here.
My name is Lokiru Dennis Pius.
My name is Hussein Hassan Mohammed.
I'm a team leader at Strategies for Northern Development.
I'm working for Inter-African Group.
Here is my story.
So the story I'm going to tell is about the most significant change we had as a result of working with Peacebuilding program as an organization.
Before I mention the most significant change, I would love to also give a very brief context about the corridor Zone 6 where Dado works.
Moyale or Marsabit County by extension is an area with a protracted conflict for a very long time.
Zone 6 is a corridor that has been fragile and volatile and vulnerable to conflicts.
There was clashes within the community, the settling community, but we could not be able to facilitate it well.
In trying to address some of the issues, there were days when there was some protest. Our executive director was caught up in the midst of the fire and he was killed.
It was a critical time for us to continue working as a peace actor in Ethiopian side because of the policy limitation.
The organization had only 3 donors. One of the project is coming to an end. Another one, due to financial constraint, the budget was almost cut. So it was very difficult for me.
You see, our staff was only 1. You see, the rest of us were just working voluntarily.
We started looking at ourselves as an organization. Where are we? What are we supposed to do? How can we improve our organization?
We really, made several capacity building for youth and women, you see, but we could not be able to meet our target as we planned.
We were the only organization working on peace building or conflict management in Ethiopian side. On the other hand, we did not have a structure at the local level to fit to the requirement of peace program.
So we embarked on the process of filling the gaps.
It is at this stage of Peace 3 where we have really opened our eyes.
But this time around, we could have an office at local level.
We were not incapacitated like before.
They also helped us. They took us through the journey. And in doing that, a lot of things changed. We are able to develop our MAL plan. We are able to develop our fundraising strategy. We are able to develop our sustainability strategy.
What happened was we can be able to reach several areas that we could not even reach before. Why? We had means.
We started meeting key stakeholders at the county level. It increased the visibility of organization.
We could manage to do cross-border activities.
Our operation areas moved or increased into 4 sub-counties,
We continue working with Peace 3 program and try to create an opportunity whereby the local peace structure we established previously get revitalized, so as to start functioning.
The Ethiopian community and the Kenyan community were like total enemies before. They could not make any conversation. If anything occurs, either the other side or this side, you see, the retaliation is just fire.
So one thing that came about was that the community shared with us in our peace work that the instrument has some purpose, but along the way it has some gaps. So they requested us to help them in reviewing or in addressing those gaps.
Peace 3 want to have a mechanism to be in place so that the community can use their own ability to address their own problem by their own.
We developed a systematic process which starts with a review, then from review we went into validation, from validation we went into approval and the signing of the agreement.
The challenge was there was complete mistrust of this authority. Preferably, the Ethiopian authority could not trust Kenyan authority. What they said, we could not even be able to share a table. They talked as they were standing. You see, they said, no, we could not even be able to share a table because you are like opening Pandora box to us.
These planning meetings help a lot in terms of building the capacity of these partners. It also helps a lot in terms of partners responding.
We could chip in and control several variables like connecting inter-authority government.
If we are not here, the actors working on the other side cannot do their job in terms of implementing the cross-border peace-building interventions.
This has been done well through creation of the WhatsApp groups. A WhatsApp group, a platform where all these actors are registered and they share information.
Our second repeat was again to call the same authority, the both authority on board. This time now, there is a kind of good facial expression, welcoming. We sat on a table, discussed, and see how can we be able to remove the barrier between Ethiopia and Kenya in relation to peace.
That linkage of making sure that these partners work together, coordinate together, is very key, is the most significant change that I can say.
The agreement really just ended at conference room. Today, it has started bearing some fruits.
Partners are jointly coordinating effectively in response to any conflict issues that arise in their corridors. That is the change currently that I'm seeing.
All the stakeholders, peace committee, youth leaders, women, stood hand in hand and started improving peace along that zone.
While we are doing the review, 2 people were killed in that corridor. One is a Gabra, the other one is the Borana. People immediately started implementing the agreements. The animals were collected. And through these processes, the widow of the person who was killed has received some compensation. And then there is also justice because the culprit has been arrested and is behind bar.
You see, sometimes droughts attack either of the sides, the Kenyan side or the Ethiopian side. You see, at this stage now, the Ethiopians really accepted the pastoralists from Kenya to an extent that the DC said will even help, you see, the pastoralists with hay.
People in Idi or in Dukale, which is on Ethiopian side, were able to access Sololo Mission Hospital. So these are some of the successes that we have done with the Peace 3 program.
It didn't just flow like that, but I believe thanks will be given to USAID, who really promoted Peace 3, and Peace 3 facilitated it down to the grass level until the hostile communities that never used to even greet one another are today eating together, sit under a tree, negotiate on issues that really pertains them.
It has given us more zeal and energy in terms of, like there is a UNDP project that is coming up along the corridor. You know, we are trying to push the county government through using the same structures, the peace committees, the government structures that we work with, to actually see or to actually ask them or request them to give us the peace component of the cross-border peace projects that they want to implement along that corridor. Thank you so much.